What if I told you that something older than the sun, older than the Earth, something that spent billions of years drifting alone between the stars, just passed through our solar system? And for a brief moment, it made some of the smartest scientists on Earth stop and say, wait, this doesn't behave like anything we've ever seen before. No flashing lights, no alien messages, no dramatic movie-style reveal, just a faint object, smaller than a city, doing things that comets are not supposed to do. A tail pointing toward the sun, jets firing in impossible directions, a chemical makeup that seemed completely backward. This object was called 3I Atlas. And today, now that it's already gone, now that we've collected our final data, we can finally ask the most important question. What was 3I Atlas really? Was it just another strange comet? Or was it a preview of something much bigger and much stranger waiting out there in interstellar space? Stay with me, because the real story is far more fascinating than aliens, and far more important. By the time astronomers realized what 3I Atlas was, it was already moving fast, really fast. Its trajectory didn't match anything bound to our sun. Its speed was too high. Its path was too clean. That meant one thing. This object did not originate in our solar system. It came from interstellar space, the vast, cold region between stars where almost nothing ever happens. Only 3 interstellar objects have ever been confirmed passing through our solar system in modern history. And each one has been stranger than the last. But 3I Atlas was different, not because of how it entered, but because of how it behaved once it got here. For weeks, astronomers could barely observe it. As 3I Atlas moved closer to the sun in late 2025, it vanished behind the sun's glare. During that time, something critical was happening. The sun was cooking it. Radiation, heat, solar particles slamming into its surface. So when 3I Atlas finally re-emerged into view in December, scientists expected change. They just didn't expect this. When the Hubble Space Telescope captured its clearest image yet, the first impression looked familiar. A bright central nucleus, a surrounding cloud of gas and dust, what we call a coma. That's comet behavior. But then the image was processed differently. Using a rotational gradient filter, astronomers removed the circular haze and exposed what was really happening underneath. And that's when things got weird. On one side of 3I Atlas, there was a tail, but it wasn't pointing away from the sun, it was pointing toward it. This is called an anti-tail, and while rare, it's not impossible. But here's the problem. As 3I Atlas got closer to the sun, that sun-facing jet didn't weaken. It grew stronger. That should not happen. Solar radiation pressure normally overwhelms weak outgassing. Dust and gas should get pushed backward. Yet 3I Atlas was pushing material against the sun's influence, which means the energy driving those jets wasn't external. It was coming from inside the object itself. Even stranger was what appeared on the opposite side. Not one jet, not 2, but 3 distinct jets, arranged in an almost perfect triangular pattern. One aligned like a normal comet tail, 2 others flanking it symmetrically. Patterns like that trigger speculation fast. Symmetry feels intentional, and intentionality makes people think of design. But here's where scientific discipline matters. Nature is fully capable of producing symmetry, especially when physics, pressure, and structure interact in complex ways. The real question wasn't who made it. The question was, what kind of internal structure creates jets like this? To answer that, astronomers turned to radio telescopes. Instruments like the Meerkat telescope in South Africa can see through thick clouds of gas and dust. And what they found changed everything. At first, 3I Atlas seemed rich in carbon dioxide, far more than expected. That was odd. Comets in our solar system are mostly water ice, with small traces of CO2. But once the object heated up, water appeared, a lot of it, which told scientists something crucial. The water was always there. It was just trapped. This leads us to the most compelling explanation. And no, it doesn't involve aliens. 3I Atlas is ancient, older than our sun, possibly older than Earth itself. For millions, maybe billions of years, it drifted through interstellar space. That space isn't empty. It's filled with galactic cosmic rays, high-energy radiation from exploding stars. Over unimaginable timescales, that radiation would slowly alter the surface, breaking chemical bonds, transforming water and carbon into carbon dioxide, building a thick, chemically mutated crust. So imagine this, a completely normal, water-rich comet, wrapped in a bizarre, radiation-baked shell. Then, after eons of isolation, it approached a star again, our sun. The crust heated, cracks formed, pressure built underneath, and suddenly, jets erupted through weak points in the shell, not evenly, not predictably. That explains the anti-tail, the triangular jet pattern, the delayed water release. In this view, 3I Atlas wasn't abnormal inside. It was trapped inside something abnormal. Scientists didn't panic because the object was alien. They panicked because it challenged assumptions. We've never seen an interstellar comet up close before. We assumed they'd behave like ours. 3I Atlas showed us that interstellar space changes things. And that means our sample size has been embarrassingly small. Yes, SETI looked extensively. Radio waves, infrared, microwaves. Nothing. No signals, no transmissions, no techno-signatures. Anything as powerful as a weak phone signal would have been detected. There was nothing that doesn't mean curiosity is wrong. It means evidence still matters. Then came the CIA's response to a Freedom of Information request. We can neither confirm nor deny. That phrase always raises eyebrows. But here's the grounded reality. Classified doesn't mean extraterrestrial. It usually means methods, capabilities, or data sources. And governments classify things reflexively. Mystery doesn't equal aliens. It equals incomplete transparency. This is the most important part. 3I Atlas isn't special because it was weird. It's special because it's probably common. We just couldn't see these objects before. With telescopes like Vera Rubin Observatory, that's about to change. Soon, we won't see one interstellar object per decade. We'll see dozens. And once we do, we'll finally understand what's normal, what's rare, and what's truly strange. 3I Atlas wasn't an alien probe. It was something far more valuable. It was a message, not from intelligence, but from deep time. A reminder that the universe is old, patient, and endlessly creative. And the more we look, the more it will surprise us. The really weird stuff. It's still out there, and now we're finally ready to find it.